All right. My name is Børre. I'm SVP in Vimond Media Solution, OTT service provider based in Børge, Norway. I am here to talk about from bus to box, focusing on AI and AI technology. I'm standing for our CEO Helge Høybråten that had to do something else. So if you want to meet him or meet anyone else later, our booth is straight over there. So what I'm going to focus on is, I guess if you've seen AI and you've been around the show, you've seen a lot of stuff from a technical focus. You have seen potentially a lot of cool stuff. I think most of what you've seen has been focused on technology. What we try to do is focus on how this gives value and make your workflow more efficient. And I also guess that you heard that AI and those kind of technologies will potentially replace your job, make you out of some business, nothing to do. And maybe also you've seen the results having AI used in the wrong way. Fake news, and I'm not going to go into detail on that stuff, but you know what I mean. So what we try to do here with our partner Wine Labs, that we'll present later, is to integrate AI into your existing workflow to make your day easier, to make your workflow more efficient and create more value and more cost efficient. One way to do that is to look into metadata enrichment. One of the things that we have done, we have taken technology from Google, IBM, Amazon, and also self-made, custom-made AI solutions to do automatic transcription, combine that with face recognition and metadata enrichment. All in all, to do easier for creating the scripts, so doing better video editing. One of the things that I've heard many of my colleagues be talking about is that if you have to do a face blur in a story, you shorten, even though the story might be the people telling the story is the one that you need to blur the faces on, but it takes so much time to do that work that you're limiting your story that you want to tell because it's so time constraining to do it. So by using AI to do a face blur, that is one of the most efficient ways to do create better stories. Oops. We have a tool called Vimond IO, where we combine all of these things, where we do metadata enrichment, face blur, and all that stuff into our editing tool. So you can focus on creating the story that you want to tell. We also combine that, bringing all of the metadata that we have from using AI technology into our content creation platform, so you can start curating and promoting your content in a way that you want, so people will be more engaged on your service. So what we're trying to do is to find the right content, to bring it to at the right time to the right person, on the right device, for the right price. One of the things that I would like to focus most on is what we have done with our partner Wine Labs. If you look at the traditional way of doing things, is that you have a collaborative way of doing it, meaning that someone that your friends on Facebook have watched something and you potentially will like the same thing as your friends. So that is one way. Another way is to base it on traditional metadata. So maybe you like a specific actor, the genre or whatever, and based on that you will get recommendations. What our partner Wine Labs has done is to take this quite a few steps further and base it on moods and emotions. So using their service, they are using fingerprints. So on the ingest, they will interpret and they will know all about the video. So what they will look at is the scenes and how much action, how much strong music there is in the video. So you can actually start combining them and seeing relations between videos that you just can't do based on collaborative or on metadata. So for instance, if you like Quantum of Solace, James Bond, or Spectre, that doesn't necessarily mean that you like the older ones. But it might mean that you like, for instance, Jason Bourne. And that is what they do, what they call fingerprinting. So you can see when you go in there, in their tool, they will visualize for you how that movie is actually the fingerprint of the video. So if you, just to give you an example, if you do it the traditional way, if you do it on collaborative filtering, you watch Martians, and you might end up having a cartoon movie. You don't necessarily see why that happened, and that's not what you want either. If you base it on metadata, you get something like this. Slightly better, but it can be actually even better. So what will look like in the Vimond Labs fingerprint is something like this. So based on the moods, based on the emotions, you will actually get a lot better recommendations. So what we're trying to focus on is that we can all be scared of technology moving forward, but we want to see humans, the human element, the creativity and all the stuff that we are better than machines, but machines are much better than us on scale. So by combining the two, we think that's the perfect fit. And combining that into a more efficient workflow, giving value to our customers, being your end users watching the services that we provide. So if you want to see more, this is from our content creation tool, where when you want to build up your portal or your web service, you can either do it globally with curated content that you do manually, or you can do it based on the metadata. You can do it on popular movies, what you've recently added, the genres, all that stuff that I've just told you about, because you can do that because you have editors giving you the human factor into it. Or you can start combining it with more personalized, what you have seen, what you continue watching, what's recommended for you, and because you watch. And there we'll get into using Vimond Labs, for instance, as a partner, but also giving the editors still the choice to add the human touch to it. So this is one of the examples that we have on our booth, using machine learning to build a compelling user experience. Another service that we have provided is Reuters TV, launched 3 years ago, I think. Also, where you use the personalized touch. They have, based on the story, you have 3 or 4 lengths. And based on how much time you can have like 5 minutes or you can have 30 minutes. They decide how in-depth you will get the stories. So if you only have 5 minutes, you get the short highlights. If you have 30 minutes, then you get the longer stories. And you have a personalized newscast sent for you. Oops. So if you want to know more about us or our partner Vimond Labs, please come visit our booth. We are just around up in the corner here. We will also have happy hours at 4:30, so if you would like a beer, it's on us. Thank you very much.